My name is Lecturer Kilaji Bishop Kenya Michael Loltome speaking this afternoon in Nairobi National Government and Pakas East Constituency. As usual, giving the word of God in relation to religious, political, philosophy context. When you hear the word lecturer, is someone in theological perspective, it means you are a teacher. You know, we have pastors, we have reverend, we have bishop, we have teachers. So I fall in the category of teaching pastors, which normally end up being, theologians, reverend, bishops, and archbishops. But the best line is you are pastor, including myself. You cannot climb the ladder to be what you are unless you have started as a pastor. And then anyway, as an evangelist, first of all, because 2 years trainee is an evangelist. 4 years trainee before, but now they have reduced to 3 years, most of the colleges. But to my case, it was 4 years. We are trained 4 years for you to graduate in theological college. I was at Kapsa College for 4 years, Nandi County Government, Kenya. And I went also for further studies, university, Vision International University, Ramona, California, which was here, an affiliate campus, based in the Moro campus, affiliate. And then I studied also undercover Islamic studies, that is period to all of those, degrees. First of all, I studied at Independent Learners, Columbia International University, Independent Learners, because I was studying Islamic studies, which most people used to say it is Al-Shabaab or Al-Qaeda or ISIS theology, but it's not like that. I was at the Columbia you can see it here. I was at the Columbia University. You know, they call it, this was a syllabus guide. You can see it here. All right, you can see it, yeah, clearly. So, and it is Introduction to Islam. It is here. All right, you can see Introduction to Islam. And then you can see also Global Vision International University, which make God to be people to know God and to make God known. That was actually the catalog. All right, we want to study Independent Learners. It is here. I studied 1999. I was a student. So I went to study. I studied also systematic Christian theology when I was also doing degree level in Islamic studies. Here it is. The president 1999 was called George W. Murray, president, Columbia International University. He's here. You want to contact him? I don't know whether he's still there. You can contact him. I also have studied Christian theology in that case, and I honor both books, the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible, equally. I said on several occasions, and you have seen that I normally have even my Quran here. All right, it is here. I used to study both books. They are all godly books, and you have to honor both books. We all speak about one God in Quran, 112 chapters, and Exodus chapter 20, verse 3 and 4. One God. Deeds actually reveal what a person is, be it a king, president, or a citizen, or anyone. We are told deeds reveal a person. Your deeds will reveal whether you are a thief. Your deeds will reveal who you are, whether you are a good person, righteous. Your deeds will reveal you if you are a righteous person. Your deed will reveal you if you are an adulterous. Matendo yako ndio yanatambulisha wewe vile ulivyo. Kama vile unasikia sauti ya mnyama yeyote na inatambulika. Ukisikia unajua that is a cow, kind of a voice. Woof, woof. You hear that as a dog. You can hear that is a cat, and so forth. The character, the deeds, and the way your deeds, the way you speak, the way your voice is will reveal who you are. So we want to read actually the first Samuel chapter 24 verse 12 thereabout, and we are going to read shortly some few verses. That is first Samuel chapter 24 verse 24, verse 12 thereabout. First Samuel. All right, you can read it. And we are going to see what the word of God speaks here. Alright? Okay? What deeds? The deeds can reveal who you are. Your deeds reveal who you are in your life. Your deeds will reveal who you are. So we are going to read actually the book of God, which is there. Alright? And we are going to read, I said actually 1 Samuel 24 verse 12 and the following. And it reads like this. Okay? And few other verses. That is 1 Samuel. Actually not Samuel. I'm sorry to say. Oh yeah, 1 Samuel, verse 24, verse 13. It is stated like this. As the old say goes, from evildoers come evil deeds, so my hand will not touch you. David spares a king called Saul's life, who was wanted to kill him several times. Here is a man which God has actually given him actually a good kind of a braveness more than the king. He was just a pastoralist boy like me. I'm a Samburu Maasai priest who was trained, and I'm from Marsabit, Upper Eastern, Mukundu ya Kenya, where there's no development. Bottom, actually down there in development, Marsabit County government near the border of Kenya and Ethiopia, Samburu priest. Alright, Maasai, we are there since God created us, and we are bordering Samburu County. We are bordering also other control state of Somalis, also control equal like Samburu County government, Wajir, and we are not far from the border of Kenya and Ethiopia. The same town called Moyale is Moyale, Kenya, Moyale, Ethiopia. The same town. It's just a bridge which is actually separating the town. So what do I want to say here? In that case, here we are told David spares King Saul's life. Here is a pastoralist boy like me, who has even delivered Israel several times. He's a very experienced guy, brave, has even killed, Philistine, a mass leader called Goliath today. The one now you are calling, Hamas, who are fighting also Israel. Alright, and both Palestinians, and also Israelites, they are just from the same man, that is Abraham, the son of different women, that is Sarah and Hagar, Ishmael and Isaac, in that case. So what we want to say, David spares the Saul's life. King Saul wanted to kill him. We are told here, as the old says goes, opening and closing in inverted commas, from evildoers come evil deeds. Evildoers comes evil deeds. Wale wanafanya matendo mbaya, tunaambiwa na neno la Mungu hapa clearly. Alright? It is very clearly, mambo yao sio mazuri sana. Mambo mabaya anajitokeza kwa matendo yao. Alright? So from evil doers come evil deeds, so my hand will not touch you. So he told the people, when he met this man sleeping, he said, I will not kill this man. I will not. Let God actually do whatever he wanted to do with him. He told his, the military, I mean, there's no leader without followers, be it few or more. So even so, David was having so many followers, military in a way. Alright? We are also watching him, and also the king has his own military kings. So don't think that you can have a person who is a leader without his followers. There is. So he told them, I will not actually kill this man. Okay? What made King Saul, David could become king also? What made Saul to realize David could become a king? This man feared him. Like the way now myself also, I'm a pastoralist boy from Marsabit County, a very, very, very far place from Nairobi National Government, where I'm speaking now in Nairobi National Government. A place which is actually, the roads are not accessible. People are still traveling in some areas using donkeys and, camels, transportation, except the tarmac road, which was actually the last government of His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has helped us to tarmac the road from Nairobi National Government to Ethiopia, passing our area. So other things are not there. Other annual development project, they are not found there. Alright, we are also ruled by a young man, which originally is from Ethiopia, but now it's a Kenyan. Our governor, which is called Mohammed Ali Roba, somebody like that. I was giving food when I was young in 1984. I was taken there because I look like Ethiopian myself, although I'm a Samburu man. I don't know how it looks, or how I look like them. Alright, but I resemble them. I was taken by the security of Marsabit, disaster security management, to go and give them food. One of them, I was at the base at the Moyale town, but I was stationed at Sololo. Alright, Uran Lataka. I was nearly going to be killed by Oromo's Liberation Front soldiers. I refused them food. Although later on I gave them some about 30 bags and 10 also beans and also a lot of oil. But I told them to be security of those people who are building a dam in Kenya. We have been trapping water from the source of up the mountains. All right, and then we established a kind of a dam called Yashare. I'm the one who established that dam called Yashare dam, and it's still existing there, so that people will have water. And I also built a school. One of my classmates was the headmaster, Mr. Matthew Galgalo Alake, is still there. He was a district education officer of Sololo and Moyale town, Moyale sub-county, or as a whole. So it was my classmate in high school. So he also used me in a way to help his people. So I gave them food, even those Romos, although they also later on threatened to kill me because they want more bags, but I refused them. I told them, are you man-eaters? Because they want to chop off my head. And they laughed. And they said, oh, let's just spare this man. He looks like us. So also the soldiers who have been, administration, police officers, the women ran and told them that I'm under CH and they want to kill me. So they shot on the head because the military camp was military camp of Kenya Police Administration, was not very far, and I was saved. And the person who saved me was actually Sergeant Buanaya, who was later on killed in mysterious ways again, somewhere in those ends. Alright. So what we want to say here, what made Saul to realize this boy wanted to become a king, and he wanted to kill him. In verse 20 of the same verse, that is 1 Samuel chapter 24 verse 20, 1 Samuel chapter 24 verse 20, know that you will surely be king, and that the kingdom of Israel will be established in your hands. You know, a person can know you. I am now looking to be a president. 2027. Everybody knows, even our president, Uhuru Kenyatta, retired president, knows. Alright? The current head of state now, Dr. William Samoei, His Excellency, also knows. Because I wanted even to be in Jubilee ticket with him in a primary, election last year. And we are blocked by Jubilee Reformation Movement by then, not to fire. And after that, to become actually, vice president of Brigadier Gugumo, which is going now to deputize me 2027, because I'm looking to be another president, to be the president of Kenya Republic, which we will call it United States of Kenya Republic. 47 county government with 290 constituencies and 1,450 wards assemblies, parliamentarian region, parliament regions. So that's why I referred it as United States of Kenya Republic later on, with probably even a different flag a bit. But anyway, we'll see as it will come up in that case. And my first lady will be Kenya People's Supreme Power People's President. I said my first lady who will going to help me in politics come 2027 election will be none other than my first lady, lovely girl, well-trained educationist of Kenya People's Power Supreme President. We call it Supreme People's Power President. Supreme People's Power President. His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Engineer, doctor. In fact, he's a road engineer. Doctor, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. And honorable as well. Honor, Excellency, Doctor, His Excellency, Doctor Raila Amolo Odinga. And that girl I'm going to marry is actually the youngest daughter of that family, of Raila Amolo Odinga, Supreme His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Alright? None other than East Africa Legislative Assembly Member of Parliament, we need Raila Amolo Odinga, a priestess, and then a pastor. He's actually a bishop in nature, because I am a bishop. And she's also going to have an office, okay? The wife of a president is also a president in nature. He will have also an office, and he will also help me in all type of politics there. So remember that, and pray for that issue. And I said my vice president will be also Honorable His Excellency, His Excellency Honorable Nick Kugubo, retired Kenya Brigadier Army, was near to unseat President Kibaki 2007 election. He's now back, and we have now changed the guard. The change of guard now is as agreed for me to be the president of Kenya Republic, United States of Kenya Republic, USK. All right, and he's going to deputize me. Otherwise, this man called David had proved himself the better man, maintaining his what? His, composture under provocations and demanding integrity, even under pressure of death. When the king wanted to kill this man, King Saul was a beaten warrior who wanted out of the struggle. All right, was defeated completely by so many other kings around him. So it was actually over Hamas by then. It was only this man called David was actually the one who was actually helping the country of Israel at that time. And he knew that God chosen David to prepare him. See how King Saul know the Lord had left him and was with David in his stead. Read 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 12. The man knew that God has left him. He is now with another person. And that's none other than David. I think now even Dr. Ruto is saying that God has left him. God is with me. Alright? There's no doubt. Because he's also a priest. So if you read 12, he said actually Saul's jealousy of David. 1 Samuel chapter 18. Heading. Jealousy. King Saul was jealousy of David. In verse 18, verse 12, we read like, David was so afraid of David because the Lord was with David, but had left King Saul. God has left this president because the president is so confused now. Our president, completely. The president is so confused, and his deeds now is revealed clearly. Alright? As said in 1 Samuel chapter 24, verse 13, and actually 1 Samuel 18, 12. God has left the president. Because now people are moving, many people now become chokoras, vagabond, homeless. All around here, even in Bakasi village, all the Nairobi and this national government. Watu wanakula chakula ya dump site bwana. Wanasindi sana kukula. People are eating dirty food, dump site. So actually, we don't want such kind of a scenario. Otherwise, I just want Kenyans not to react, but just to be patient, because we have only about 6 months, and the president will leave office. Which is on August 9, 2027, which is, if you subtract even weekend, a very few months. So let's maintain peace, even this celebration day of, the country, a celebration. But remember, the country, God has left the president. He's so confused, man. There's no anything going on. Annually development project programs, and even when you see lawmakers, members of parliament, lawmakers. We don't have any other people above them. If you see them striking, protesting of the government, people who are in the government. Okay? Remember that there is no government. God has actually left that government completely. And if the president is not wise enough to resign, he's just keeping on saying, Raila Amolo Odinga is actually under siege. Raila Amolo Odinga, he's going to leave office. Raila Amolo Odinga. Alright? He doesn't know that Raila Amolo Odinga, I'm representing him now, together with his youngest daughter, who is going to be my wife. To be in the state house very few months. They are saying Raila in dilemma. Okay? He's not in dilemma at all. Raila is not in dilemma at all. They are putting it here. Okay? And they are saying it's under siege. How? Political analysts say that the National Dialogue Committee report is now which Musyoka, Kalonzo Musyoka, the son of prominent before Vice President, obvious. His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka is a Vice President. He has actually been a Vice President for 10 years, but no change. And Kibaki government was just seated like a stooge there. And served also as a chair of this, national dialogue, national dialogue committee. And there are a lot of errors. Okay, people are saying it's not good. But anyway, including the cost of living is not addressed and other issues. And now they are saying actually Raila Amolo is betraying the country. It's not him. It is actually the president, Dr. William Samuel Ruto, is the one who's betraying the country by not giving them, welfare. It's not that nobody. So don't actually try to harass my in-law indirectly now, but it will be in few months because I'm going to marry in traditional Maasai wedding at his home. Probably here in Karen or wherever he wants us to be because he has many homes maybe. As a leader, he is also in Kisumu, other places, Siaya maybe, everywhere, maybe Nairobi, because his father was also president, because I know him very well. I was representing him in March of the 1992 politics as Marsab's for the Kenya Secretary General. So I know the family history properly, because I know them. I was fighting on behalf of his father, His Excellency the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. So I wanted now to marry the youngest daughter of his son, and that is Kenya Supreme People's Power President, the youngest daughter called Winnie Raila Amolo Odinga. God is actually paying the work of my hand. Alright? Of 1992, so many years. But God, just be patient. God will pay the work of your hand. As is stipulated in Deuteronomy 28, verse 12. Now, if I marry that girl, our Supreme People's Power President, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, I will marry that girl, Honorable Winnie Raila Amolo Odinga, East Africa Legislative Assembly, Member of Parliament. Very soon. We are now just doing the final negotiation, and we will do the wedding very soon. If not this man, and then next January maybe, or even this month, with God all things are possible. There are some few weeks remaining again, although we have many things to do, including that one being the first one. So what we want to say here, you can see now the president was recently with the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. He wanted to sell the big 5 animals, that is the lion, elephant, buffaloes, leopards, rhinos, which is not bad. In fact, even he's doing good, because now even myself I will confine them. So the better, if you want to sell them to India, because I'm going to confine them in my government. We will now we will not have what we call, you will see that government of mine in YouTube and, in YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, that actually will not have actually KWS. We will call them, together with forest department officers, we will call them Kenya Human Service. Okay? We will provide people with humanities welfare, not wildlife, whereby you are giving milk of Samburu County to elephants, young ones, and big elephants, not even young ones, to drink, and Samburu Maasai is there at Laikipia ranches, at Samburu ranches. People are dying, and here the government is giving them milk, wildlife. They are not supposed to do that. Although we are supposed to be the custodian of these animals, and trees, and land, and water, and minerals. But first of all, human being has to be the first in priority of social protection, followed by other living things, including non-living things. But now this government is opposite. So probably they want to become a little bit coming to the common sense to sell animals. These big 5 who are killing them, killing Samburu Maasai particularly, and other people also, but particularly Maasai. Maasai Mara, 3/4 of the land of Maasai Mara there are owned by animals. One elephant is owning 100,000 and thousands of acres for people to come and see. Why? We will not have that kind of thing. We will give people to live there properly, and we reduce animals and go and find them. And those land now we will give them title deeds. And every born child, we will factor in money. We will give them money, not less than 100,000 when you give birth. But you have also to do your own personal, birth control. And then that money now will be there until that person grew up and went to preschool, PP1, PP2, to university. That interest of that money together with the money in the bank, Central Bank of Kenya, obvious, alright, will keep that child continuing forever in education without any help loan given to them, because now the person is having his own money. So we are going to do that. And no vagabond, no homeless human being found will be there in Kenya at all. Hatuwezi kuaibisha country image. Watu ndio wanakula mavi hapa Kayole yote hapa Embakasi, dump site food. Hiyo ni heshima mbaya. It's a very bad image. God does not want such kind of we are portraying God image in Genesis 1:26. Alright? And the image we have knowledge, intellect, okay? And knowledge, intellect. Tuko na akili bwana. We have also will. Eh? We can at least tuko na dhamira. We can at least have will. Alright? And we have also what you call emotions. Alright? We are not like animals. We can be made happy in our emotions or angry. And we are also having what you call a will. We can decide bad things and good things. We have also intellect. Like we are not like animals. So why are animals more? You cannot say animals, loitering around without food. But Kenya is doing that. They are taking more care of animals than human beings. I'm reading from New International Version Bible. If you want to read what I've read it here. Sondervan Publishing House, Grand Rapids, Michigan, United States of America. It is here. You want to read it? It is here. Alright? It is here. You can see. Alright? Alright? The Lord God give people wisdom, and from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. In Proverbs 2, verse 6. So, to conclude this matter, your deeds will reveal you bana. Matendo yako inaonyesha watu vile ulivyo. Kabisa. Kama wewe ni malaya, kama wewe ni mtu mzuri, kama wewe ni mwizi, kama wewe ni nani. Alright, kama wewe ni muongo, kama President Reverend Dr. William Samoei Ruto of Kenya, President, within 100 days, he has promised people in a manifesto that is going to improve everything, welfare for human beings. But he stopped even what was going on. The elderly will have no food, which the other government used to give them money every month. Upkeeps. Okay? Youths have been given money every weekly. Those who cannot afford these vagabonds, without their families are not employed, anyone. Kasi mitaani, mino job, he has stopped. When people are protesting, putting sufuria as a pot on their head, he told them, even though hata mkuweka sufuria kichwa siwezi saidia nyinyi. He has forgotten that he was here. The president was here looking for, Embakasi village here looking for food. Uhuru Kenyatta was at my doorstep here. When he was, the last campaign, looking for food. These people are nowhere to be seen. I do have even the president's number. I used to call him. Because I used to go to his office to give him, I gave him Facebook. It is here. On 5th July 2023. I gave him. I've also given the Supreme People's Power President, and I thank God because they have honored the book. They have now, there's no any, clashes in the country. They have honored the book surely. But I told them, as a Kamatusa chairman, we need food all over the country. People are supposed to be fed properly and given free medical care. And people are supposed to be given all the sense of life. They are not like animals. They are not doing that. And I don't blame His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, Supreme People's Power President. Okay? He's not in the office yet. And Victoriaga was stolen. But now her daughter is going to represent him. Her daughter is going to be in State House. Alright? Very soon. The youngest daughter. Mungu atalipia hata kazi ya mkono yake. His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Mtoto yake atakuwa my wife, bibi yangu. We need him Raila Amolo Odinga. And what's the bibi a president in nini? See the president. So he's also going to be in the office, obvious. So Mungu pia atalipia yeye kazi yake. Na atalipia hata mimi. Even myself have lost so many things. 1992 politics. In Ford Kenya as a Secretary General of Marsabit. Alright? Senior council lawyer knows me. Jimmy Orengo that time, but he has forgotten me now. He's not even picking my phone at all. Okay, he has forgotten me completely. Paul Mute, senior counsel, was not employed, yes, but he knows me. We have been together. In Manyara, senior counsel was with me also. We have been actually trying to unseat President Moi, which later on also told me to be, his pastor. Later on now, and I became his pastor shortly, 2002. Not shortly, because I went there in 1999 to do internship there. So what I want to say, Raila is not in dilemma at all on talk reports. No. Don't actually try to harass him. Very soon, he's going to be represented by a youngest daughter, East African Legislative Member of Parliament, as one of the president. Obvious. Because she's going to be my first lady. And what's the meaning of first lady? It's just like a president now. He has all rights. And he can advise me too. And I can listen now. Why not? As my wife. Alright? And he's a politician, he's learned with a master's degree in political science. What does he not know about politics? He knows everything almost. Everything. Completely. Okay? So, actually, that is the nature of what's going to happen. And what about my vice president? He's also a politician. He has been firing that the same position 2007. I was nailed to win. But he has now given me an okay to be, he's going to deputize me to be the vice president. None other than His Excellency, Honorable, Nick Gubo Wanyonyi. So remember that the next government is going to be a God-oriented government based on the Proverb 29 verse 2, that wherever God people, godly fearing people, presidents are there or kings, people will enjoy. Watafurahi bana in Philippians also 4:4. Mutacheka na kufurahi. Tutaangalia maneno ya binadamu. Kabisa. Hakuna mtu anaweza kubeba tena mfuko ya chafu hapa ya mafi kwenda kumwaga na kukula. Tutasaidia nyinyi bwana. Hakuna vacant land we are going to live. Or tunawashia wanyama. Tutaconfine wanyama. Tutaweka wanyama in a confining zones. There will be no ranches in that kind of saying that ranchers and rangers. There will be nami police they will be just there. Alright? Because hakuna wanyama watachunga. Hii mapaksi yote ya Meru, wanyama ndio wanakaa kwa mapaksi, wamefungua mapaksi wanyama.